Hey y'all, what's up? So, wait. Did does the All-Star game, it comes on HBO Max Live now? I don't have cable. So I'm like super excited because I wanted to watch all week. It is. Okay, hold on. Okay. I'm trying to watch this and do this video, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, for those that don't know, hi. Growing up, my thing was wrestling and basketball. Thanks to my cousins. All my older cousins are boys. Second cousins, my mom's first cousins, they were younger than her. And I'm the oldest of my papa's grandchildren, and all the grandchildren after me were girls, except for my one cousin. He's 5 years younger than me, and then my brother. So he had 7 granddaughters. So but I hung out with my uncle, who I was very close with. We're 8 years apart. So yeah, when I was born, he was 8. My mom was 20. They're 12 years apart. So I'm closer, I think, to him. He was like brother, uncle. They got me into basketball. Like, I wanted to be like Cheryl Swoop, Cynthia Cooper, Lisa Leslie, and like Tina Thompson, all in one. Like, I was here for the alliteration women. Like, if your name start with your first and last name start with the same letters, that was me. And they could hoop. It just wasn't that. It was just coincidence that all their names was SSLLCCTT. Like, that was coincidence. And of course, wrestling. So now I'm back into wrestling, but All-Star Game is on, so I'll be watching that tomorrow. My favorite day is Saturday, during the skills challenge. The dunk thing has been not really into the celebrity thing no more, because a lot of them now are influencers, and I don't know who the hell they are. And then now, since they have like Team Giannis or Team KD versus Team LeBron, and it's now for charity, so now they actually try to play for competition again. That makes it interesting. But yeah, I think the last time I watched it was the 75th, was 2 years ago, which I was so upset about. I didn't know they was gonna bring all those people out. Like, the way I geeked out, y'all, it's just like I say, my whole family are musicians. It's a lot. We're nerdy. We're very intelligent. We love some of us are athletic, and music is our thing. Like, so and my ex is a musician, so I've been around musicians. That doesn't faze me. But like I said before, if I've seen we'll see a WWE person from the Attitude Era, or see someone from like the 90s in WNBA or NBA, I would freak out. So I'm like excited. Anyways, let's get into tonight's match. So, okay, so shout out to the smiley guy on Instagram. People were talking about, oh, this is Attitude Era 2.0, and then someone said it's called the Ruthless Aggression Era. He put on Instagram under WWE post talking about it's the Cinema Era. And I was like, oh my God, that is the perfect name for it. The Cinema Era. You want to know? Because not only do we get the Attitude Era, like the storylines are top notch or better or whatever, we also get the PG version, so it's good for every family. And then it's good also the Cinema Era, because we're living in a world of technology and social media. So whatever we don't see on TV, we could see behind the scenes on YouTube and stuff like that. So that's the perfect name for it. Shout out to him, because I was like, what? It's not Attitude Era 2.0. You don't want... It's good because you want it to be something nostalgic and something that's great, like something that was in the past. But you don't want it to be like, you want it to make it its own. You don't want it to be a sequel. 2.0 is basically a sequel. And that's what they tried to do low-key with the Randy versus John Cena thing. Because I was like, why do they look like they're trying to make Cena like a mini Rock, and then Randy like a mini Stone Cold? And someone told me that's what happened. They tried that. But it's like, oh my God, that is the perfect name for it. Okay. Also, shout out to Lee Killings. Okay, I think that's his name. Whatever his name is, Lee. I think that's your name. The new head of production. Okay, I didn't know the old man Kevin Dunn or whatever got fired, let go when Vince left or before that. Let me tell you something. I don't care. I don't read none of that stuff. You've been head of production for sporting events, all that. You have been on your game, and I am a production geek. I have been freaking out, and somebody had messaged me, was like, that's because they got someone that is been ahead of like sports and like movies and stuff for the past like 10 plus years doing it. And I tell you, we can see the graphics on the freaking TV. It shows up with Smackdown. It shows the intricacies of the belt, like stuff like that. It is amazing, and I feel like it's so great as an extra touch. Like I said, to the people that are watching at home that can't be at the show, it gives excitement to the little kids. It brings nostalgia and makes the older fans pay attention. The people that are new fans or people that are just watching just because, like, it might be on in the background or something, and they sit up like, ooh, like it is such refreshing. It makes it seem like we're there, but we're not there. Because I was watching Raw the other day, and that Viking Raider boat, oh my God. Honestly, Ivar and Eric got the best graphic, I think. Ivar and Eric. I saw, like I said before, I think I saw 001 of the Usos and they're like the Samoan marks and stuff. But to me, Ivar and Eric got the best one. The second best one to me would be the KO, because that is perfect for him. It's a wrecking ball. He comes to wreck stuff. KO, like Dynamite or, knockout, and it's knocking out a wall. Like, it's simple, but it's effective. You know what I'm saying? So, like, those two I think are my favorite. Like, The Miz has like a old like TV graphic thing from like old movies. You have VHS. If you're not old enough to know, you won't know it. And then yeah, but then they even did like LWOs today where they showed like Zelina versus Tiffany, and then they showed like the LWO sign, and then it showed look like green fireflies, and I was like, oh, that's new. Like, production, y'all been on y'all game. So the first match was KO versus Dom. Oh, and they even showed the Grand Reaper for Judgment Day. They got a pretty cool one too, so they might be in my top 3 to be honest with you. But they came out. KO comes out. KO just sits at the top of the corner of the ring like he always does, all just chilling. Daggone Dom comes out. Dom comes out with the mic. And he talks and they boo, but it's not as loud as normal, or just the crowd just wasn't as loud. But honestly though, like the last year and a half, something like that, he's been the number 1 heel in sports entertainment, in my opinion. I think this year he might got run for his money, because I was watching Raw on Monday. Nia could barely get something out half the time, and they were chanting woo, 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 or you suck, or whatever. I was like, she might take Dom crown, and she ain't even part of no faction. It's just her. Like, she might got that, honestly. Or if not, she on his tail. Like, when I said before, Theory's trying to do that, and then Roman's trying to do that, they're not gonna surpass Dom. Nia might got it though, or she a close second now. Because, like, people love to hate Roman, but they still love Roman. Just like how the Usos were. They were kind of heel, but they kind of weren't. It was like they were in the middle space. They need a name for the middle space, where you're, like, not completely a good guy, but you're not, like, superly hated. Like, you supposed to be a heel, but people are cheering for you. Like, so that match was good. It started off really, really well. Like, it was great. I love to see Dom's growth in the ring. He has done well. I love the fact that even though the storyline at the beginning was a little confusing for everyone, and it was making people frustrated because he was in the pen for 5 seconds and kept saying, we don't do this. I'm glad he don't bring that up. Now he doesn't really have to, because people hate him regardless. But I love to see the growth, and I love to see him grow out of his dad's shadow. And I think that's what he wanted to do. And he's done that. Just like how Miley Cyrus said she went buck and did wrecking ball and the twerking and all that crazy stuff, because she doesn't want to be seen as a former Disney star kid or Billy Ray Cyrus's daughter. Like, she wanted to break out into her own situation. And it worked, because now we see her in her own situation. She got a Grammy for Flowers, which I love that song. But Dom is doing the same thing, and he has done it well. Done it well. Real well. Like, if you didn't hear the end of his name, if they won't say Dom Mysterio, you wouldn't know that was his son. If they just introduced him as Dirty Dom instead of Dirty Dom Mysterio or Dom Mysterio, you wouldn't know. Like, if you were a new fan, you'd be like, oh, okay. And then it will come up later and be like, oh, that's his dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's worked his way, I feel like, to me, out of his father's shadow. It's hard to be, I guess, a generational talent, especially if your father is very much a part of the organization. Like, Ray still wrestles every once in a while. You see what I'm saying? Like, with Ava, her dad is the biggest thing that's been in WWE. Your grandfather was the first black tag team champion. And now it's like hard to make a name for yourself. So I'm glad that both of them are able to do that. I got to take these contracts out because I've been tweeting about it and still haven't. And this one's dry as hell. The match was good. The match was really good. Dom got slammed into a barricade against the wall, something like that. And then, like, he tried to take over. I think he tried to do, I forgot what move he tried to do. And then I was trying to figure out where the hell Truth came out at. I was laughing, like, Truth came out of nowhere. And then he kept saying, Miz, what you doing here? And I was like, he's been saying that since last Friday. So he was saying that. Excuse me, y'all. This is the last week I'm have these in too. I just was too lazy to take them out and do something else to them. But he was like, Miz, he was like, what are you doing here? So, you know, the match was going on. Dom tried to finesse him into getting a chair. Talking about you're part of the Judgment Day. And I was like, y'all keep playing with this man's emotions. So he grabbed the chair and it looked like, and then sat on it and was like, nah. So KO gave him the cannonball. And I was like, ooh, that looked like that hurt. I think his whole body turned red. And then he gave him the splash. And the fact that Dom kicked out of that, I was surprised. Okay? Like, I was like, it's no way. I don't know what kind of resiliency he done, started getting or whatever. But I ain't mad at it. Okay? Because I thought the match was going to be quicker than what it was. But our truth is, like, when everybody was like, oh, they're waiting for CM Punk to come back. They're waiting for Randy Orton to come back. Like, my best surprise, like I've said before, was when Truth came back from doing the Survivor Series. Like, that was my favorite return. That was my favorite return, and it proves itself. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he's so comical that you forget how good of a wrestler he is. Like, when he had to fight Jade a couple weeks ago, I was like, I forgot how good of a wrestler he is, because he's so funny. Like, most of the time they have him in for, like, comedy bits and stuff like that. So it's just good to see. After that match was it the women? Y'all know it's my time, my bedtime. And then I got up by myself before my alarm, an extra hour early for why? I don't even know. I guess God was like, you slept enough, because I couldn't go back to sleep. And I was like, ain't no point in me going back to sleep because somebody had to get ready for work. Made me and my son breakfast, packed his lunch, got him ready for school, came back, ate, took a shower, went to work. Like, but yeah, so I'm tired. And then I'm trying to watch this Rising Star game. I don't know none of these new kids. Okay, and then some of them I know because I'm Team Duke, I'm Team University of Maryland when it comes to basketball. But outside of that, I don't know none of them other kids. A&T if anybody entered the draft. But yeah, so that match ended, and then I think it was, whose match was it after that? I want to say it was the women. I think it was Zelina versus Tiffany. And this is tell how dry my contacts were. She came out. I saw her come out. They did the graphic thing, like I said. My contact was so dry and getting cloudy. I thought all of that was her skin. Like she had on like some blue chaps. And I was like, and then I blinked again to get my eye like, well, so it won't be dry. And it's orange. It's orange pants. And I was like, yeah, it's time for me to take these contacts out. And they still in my eyes. That's the sad part. Like I've been saying that for the past 2 hours. So she comes out, Tiffany comes out, oh, it's Paul Gasol's team. Versus who was the other team person? Okay. And then yeah, so she came out. I wanted Zelina to win. A lot of people were saying basically that she's there as a proper or over person, someone that just puts people over, like how Bayley did in 2022 and part of 23, when it was like 85% of the matches that she's done, she's lost, and it's not because of her inability, it's because of the storylines. But I didn't want Tiffany to win, and I'm saying only because I think WWE is trying to do what they did with Tiffany as they did with Pretty Deadly before Elton John got injured, is hurry up and jump speed her career and push her forward to the front and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna lie, like she is phenomenal. Like I've watched her in NXT. She's a great wrestler. She's plays the heel so well. People hate her. Like they hate her. She's great, but I feel like certain people should be in it. You know what I'm saying? Like why Zelina hasn't been in it. Like the last time she's had almost had a title match was against Rhea. And we already knew the outcome of that. Like where is who else is on the women's roster over there? I said, where is Xia Li? She's on Raw. But they could have fought someone from Raw because they brought Miz from Raw over to Smackdown. Where is like those women? Where's the other girl, Alba and Alba? Like why couldn't one of the tag team Cargill or Cadence fight in the Elimination Chamber? Like why? Like y'all trying to put her over, and I feel like I'm not negating her skill set, and I'm not negating that she would do good in Elimination Chamber. I'm just saying that I feel like she should wait for a little bit. That's me personally. Other people can have different opinions, but I don't think that you should just go over there and then immediately jump into. I don't know what the ratings are for her fan base. I don't know. I know they do it based off probably like sales and stuff like that, and people watch TV and stuff like that. As far as a marketing perspective, be like, okay, these people sold the most gear. This was high during this match. You know what I'm saying? So they really like her. Let's push her up. You know what I'm saying? But people don't get to know other people if they're not really on TV. I didn't like that, but I was like, I hope she don't win Elimination Chamber. I really don't. And then the only other thing I could think of was like Legado de Fantasma versus LWO for a mixed tag match, and then like how the family and Nim did on Vengeance Day. Also, a mixed tag match would be Carrying AOP versus Bobby and him. I was like, that'd be the only thing. Like, have it either during the Rumble or WrestleMania, because that's the only way I would see like her getting a match and her losing this opportunity. Because when one of the commentators said she feel like she's been overlooked, I was like, yeah. I was like, because when I was naming all the women the other day, I forgot about her, to be honest. And it wasn't on purpose. It's just because, like I said, she don't do matches with, she doesn't have conflict with the women, if that makes sense. She's not in their storyline. She wasn't in their storyline when Charlotte was there. Like, and Michin is different because she's in the middle. She has the stuff with her group, the OC, and then she has the stuff with the girls. So she can do either, even though they don't put her on TV like that, and she should be as well. But Zelina only gives group stuff. Like, she might do a singles match every once in a while, but she only gives group stuff. So, but yeah, I was upset. And then when I saw Legado de Fantasma, I was sitting there, I was like, now watch Elektra. Something happened. They sabotaged her match. I was like, or Elektra goes to reach for her and then accidentally hit Tiffany, and Zelina wins. So Tiffany puts her over there or hits her over there. I think Elektra says something to her crazy, and then she pulls her over the barricade and then decides to pull her back over the barricade. And I was like, what was that? What was the point in that? So I don't even know. I was like, okay. So I'm assuming that's gonna be a match soon. Yeah, because it's a lot going on with them too. We don't really have any more depth into their storyline because there's so many going on right now. But it could build. It could build because they're still building the Carrying One and Bobby and them. It's a lot. Also, yeah. So then, hold on my eyes, y'all. I really gotta take these contacts out. I lasted as long as I could. I can't do it no more. Ooh. So then after that, I think it was Miz versus Logan. Yeah, and I forgot he was wrestling tonight. Honestly, I mean, I saw him, and I thought it was an Elimination Chamber match for his title, like he was gonna be in it. But I forgot he had a match to qualify for Seth's title. I honestly forgot, because when I saw him talk to Saxon, I was like, why he ain't got no shirt on and his hair wet? And I was like, who he about to wrestle? And honestly, I forgot who he was wrestling until the Miz came out. And I was like, oh. Excuse me. And I was like, oh, they fighting. And I was like, oh, this is going to be a repeat of SummerSlam. And when I saw it, you know, the Miz graphics came out. What's the name graphics came out. I said both of them from Cleveland. So let's see what these Cleveland boys do. I have, you know how I talk about looks sometimes. I don't like Miz's jacket. Like, to me, it gives like, with the head and stuff like that, it gives like a Master Shredder. Like his black little jacket he used to wear, but with bedazzles, and then he got one in green, and then he got one in red. And other people might think it looks good, but I don't think I ever liked it. I just ain't say nothing about it. I don't know. But that match was pretty good. People was on their feet for Miz. Like, as much as Miz does not wrestle, he has a fan base because people on the feet for him. Like, I was on my feet and wanted him to win against Gunther so bad a couple months ago, but he ain't win that either. Just so him to break or tie the record, and then for Gunther to lose his thing. But now, the only bad thing about this cinema era thing is that everyone that holds the title is record breaking, except for the one for the US. Like, Bianca held the record, Roman held the record, Gunther held the record. The only thing I will say though, I was gonna say, well, Bianca, I watched some of her matches, but honestly, if the matches are, you know, where she's supposed to win, the people she wrestled against, you can't, like, they sell it well, so you wouldn't be able to tell. If it goes by wrestling, like stuff like that, winners, Roman really shouldn't have one without help. Like, Bianca's done all hers without help. Gunther, I think, done all his or most of his without help. And that's why I like people appreciate them more as title holders, because they're like, they're winning these without help. Seth's done his without help. My curls are curling up. They done came up. And all of that. So it's like, I don't know. But the Miz, then Logan had nerve to do Logan crushed finale. I said, hold the hell up. I was like, why does that sound familiar? I was like, that's the Miz move, and not him put his name on it and trying to take Miz out with it. Tried to take him out. Miz kicked out. Logan was like, what the hell do I gotta do to get him to tag out? And I'm like, first of all, Miz been doing this for 17 years, okay? He's one of the vets in the game, okay? Before women had these matches, when they were still divas, and a lot of them were valets for these men, and they were not doing like put in wrestling matches like they did in the Attitude Era, but they was like 2 steps up, but they didn't have that many opportunities in the ring. Like Miz been there since then. Miz was there since they were looking for calls for divas. Like that's when he found his wife. That's how the Bellas got signed. That's how even Marie got signed and some other people. Like, that's how long the Miz been there. They don't even have that no more. Okay? Like, you was not about to beat my man. He might be older in his 40s. But you was not about to beat my man, okay? He got resiliency. He better. It's been 17 years, okay? He was not about to. But then he ended up losing, which I was upset about. Honestly, I wasn't upset about it because I was like, due to Maurice's health issues, I would rather him stay at home. Even if they're going to Perth for 2 days, that's still what, a 17-hour flight? Or how many? No, 24-hour flight. It got to be at least 20 because my friend lives in Sydney. And it takes her 24 hours to get home. She flies from Sydney to LA. And then they always send her either from LA to like either Dallas or is it Chicago? I want to say Chicago, Detroit. Then they send her to North Carolina. Like, and it's 24 hours. So like anything like I would want to be there with her. Like, it's a great opportunity and stuff like that. But with him and them having 2 young kids, it's best for him to be at home right now. And I don't be trying to like tap into wrestlers' personal life because I be trying to separate the two. I know that Miz the wrestler is different from Mike the husband, the father, the friend. You know what I'm saying? So, and Miz, I think after he was fighting Gunther, went from some people were like either not sure about or didn't like to someone people end up liking again. So that's good. But yeah, I want him because dealing with stuff like that, it takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on your body. And then you still have to get up and do like parental duties. For her, I know, because as someone that suffered with endometriosis and then had a C-section 10 years ago in a week, my son will be 10 on the 24th, on the day of Elimination Chamber, and then getting diagnosed with endometriosis, like that crap hurts. It honestly hurts sometimes worse than giving birth. And my cramps were so bad before my hormones got balanced again that when I had my son and they had induced me, she was like, your cramps are off, like your thing is going off the chart for cramps. You don't feel that? I was like, no. That's sad. Like, I didn't feel no pain. That's because I've dealt with worse every month. And that's one of the reasons why I was on birth control. And that's why when people, like, especially men, be trying to vote up against birth control is not just for people that don't want to have kids. It's also for women like me that need the hormone balance because they deal with health issues. Or it could stop, like, cysts or fibroids or stuff like that. Like, educate yourself before you vote for or against something. Like, it's the ignorance for me that irritates me, especially against women's rights. Like, get out of here. Anyways, another tangent. So I'm kind of glad he didn't win, but yeah, it's a time and a place for it. I feel like he'll either be in WrestleMania or Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank, definitely SummerSlam. One of the 3 PLEs coming up after Royal Rumble, I feel like he will be in. Are they doing Backlash this year? I think they're doing Backlash this year, right? Backlash this year is in France, right? No. They said that Money in the Bank is in Toronto, right? WrestleMania is in Philly, right? I don't know. Are they doing Backlash? I think Backlash is in France. I think. So that's February. WrestleMania is April. Backlash is May. Money in the Bank is June. July, the end of it. Early October is SummerSlam. And then I don't know if they're doing Clash at the Castle and all this other again. Especially since they have Jalen Rose grew his hair out. Oh, sorry. Especially since they got the copyright names to all the ECW stuff. Paul, I guess, then gave it to him or didn't renew his stuff. But yeah. So then after that, it was what match was that? I want to see how he's going to do against the people in this Elimination Chamber. I low-key wanted Ivar to win because I watched it on Monday. I wanted him to win because I wanted to see what kind of force these men were going to go up against. It's already good. Like, Bobby won that night too. So Bobby won. I wanted to see Ivar win because it would have been Drew, Ivar, Bobby, and then KO, and then Logan. But now it's going to be LA Knight instead of Ivar. So that's going to be interesting. Oh, that's Candace Parker. I was going to say, who is that? Yeah, so I just can't wait to see that because sorry. That's going to be interesting. I wish Montez was in it. Speaking of Montez, he had put something. No, it's a clip they keep showing. That's all on, I think, Instagram under his page or WWE puts about love and WWE, which I have seen. I binge watched it the day it came out, the 2nd. So today is what? 16th. 2 weeks ago, I binge watched all of it. And I had to read what's the name of my Hulu because I ain't have it on for a while because I'm like, Abbott Elementary's not on right now. It was on hiatus. I was like, I done seen How I Met Your Father and that got canceled. I done watched all of Younger. I watched all of Total Divas. I haven't finished Total Bellas or Mr. and Ms. And then I was like, I watched Call Me Cat and that's not getting renewed. So I was like, ain't no point in me renewing my stuff. But yeah, when it's the clip when he's talking about I want to be looked at as more as Beyonce's husband. I mean, not Beyonce, sorry. Bianca's husband and stuff like that. And someone had put under the comments like, we don't look at you as Bianca's husband. And he's like, we look at you more of this person that could be a phenomenon if he was a singles competitor. Like we love you and Angelo together, stuff like that. But certain stuff, they were saying something like they think they don't mesh well. Like Angelo's not ready to be like he's great he's gotten better in the ring. He's great, but like as far as the promos and stuff like that, they was like with all of that, if WWE's not ready to give you a shot against like Seth or Roman, at least give you the intercontinental or U.S. title. It's like they think he'll be greater as a singles competitor, which I totally agree. I've never looked at him as, oh, that's Bianca's husband. I looked at him like, why isn't Street Profits or Alpha Academy, why don't they have tag team titles? And then I mentioned like my favorite people on the mic doing promos, and Montez is one of them. Like current day, I mean, like the stars that are there now. And they're like, of course, LA Knight. I was like, and then you have Bianca, Montez, Seth, who else? I mentioned some other people. It was like 4 men. So it was like The Miz, Seth, Montez, LA Knight. I think that was the 4 men I had. And then I was like, as far as women, it was Bianca, Liv, Rhea's gotten better, and I want to say, I don't know if I had to pick a 4th woman. I honestly don't know. I don't know, because I don't know if we would have a deep, like a one-on-one, who would par up with one of those 3. Part of me wants to say Bayley, but she hasn't had promos like that, and if she has, it haven't been for a while. It's always like, shut up, you idiots, me and Damage Control are going to do this, but it's never like a 1 versus 1 person, like in person, since I've been watching, so I don't know. Nobody else on the Raw roster for women I could think are like great at it that I can think of. Becky's okay, but Nia's okay. But yeah, so I was like, I agree. I think I've said that last year when he did Elimination Chamber. I was like, he needs to be in somebody's singles match. And they don't even have to break up for me. Like they could do, like I said, like New Day. Like one of them could get a title, then they both could get the tag team titles. Then another one could get another title. Like I'm here for that too. Shoot. Especially since I seen that clip on X the other day when they was like Adonis, because I was like, where's he going to be fab with Bobby and them? Adonis and Cedric going to be the new tag team. Talking about everybody in the tag team division better watch out. And I said, ooh, that's going to be good. Ooh, that's going to be good. When is that going to start? Like, Cedric be in the back, okay? People forget how good people are. That's why I'm like, we got so many great wrestlers on the main roster, and they keep bringing these people up. But we got people in the cut that are phenomenal. Like, last year when I kept advocating for Zelina, like, people forgot how good she was in the ring. My man Cedric did 2 or 3 matches against Dragon Lee. The last time I saw him wrestle was in a dark match, October 2022, when they came to Charlotte. Like, but it wasn't on TV. Like, if they wrestle all these great wrestlers, if they do wrestle, they're not on TV. And I think a lot of it has to do with they don't have a story for them yet. And also with a lot of it going on. That's why it's called the cinema era, like Smiley said. Because, like I said last week, it's like the Bloodline storyline. And then Legado de Fantasma, LWO. Then Carrie and AOP versus Bobby and them. And then you got KO with Theory, Grayson, and Logan. And then you got the jump with it's gonna be one with Tiffany and them girls. She keep messing with them. And then you got the one with Imperium and New Day. And then you got basically Cody and Sammy and Shinsuke and Drew. Because when Shinsuke fought Sammy Monday at the end, then Drew came out and attacked him. And then Cody came out and had to help. I said, that's going to be a tag team event next. If it ain't one Monday, it's going to be one soon. I said, because both of them got 2 common enemies. I was like, Shinsuke crazy as hell. Like, he interrupt my man had an interview before the show even started for Raw. Nobody was there. The people was setting up the thing. This man appeared on the daggone screen. Like, the hell going on? Appearing on the screen and then cut off. And I'm like, and then they have a match later, and I was like, he is crazy as I don't know. And is Tozawa Japanese too? I can't remember. I don't know if he's Japanese or from another Asian country. But if he is, I feel like if he brings out the Japan Pro Wrestling. Well, no, he was bigger then, so I don't know if he could still do some of the same moves. Like, some moves you could do, and it's effective because of your weight. And then some of it because of just your ability. You know what I'm saying? Like, the frog splash, everybody could do, but if he was doing like a frog splash then, it might be heavier land because he was bigger. But if he get cutthroat like that, and if Shinsuke, I ain't mad at it. I wouldn't be mad at it. But I'm waiting for that tag team match because Drew and Shinsuke have been over there messing with everybody, and it's mainly just Sammy and Cody. Like, what is going on? Okay, that's what I'm trying to figure out. But then, who fought after that? Oh, so then they did the promos with like Bianca and Liv talking, and then Nick is in there, I think, with Bron and Jade. So, you know, Jade got on her silver. She looks like a pretty disco ball. And Tiffany coming there sweating or red still and talking about something. So what's this match? And I was like, them my two girls right there. Like, those are my favorite in WWE. Third would be Tegan, and that's because I like her style, like her hair, her gear and stuff. But love Liv, love Bianca. Like, those two. And they was like, and girl, and Bianca was like, girl, like, you ain't about to come here. I said, it's gonna be a match with, I said, now Elimination Chamber, they gonna team up and get her. I said, they might end up facing off against each other, but they gonna get her. And Jay was like, can y'all not, while I'm over here trying to conduct business? I said, okay. I said, cause y'all about to get homegirl fired up. I honestly thought when Nick came out, he was like, we got someone new to Smackdown. I knew it was going to be Bron, but I honestly thought that both of them was going to go to Raw. And I thought that because the caliber of people over there, to me, when it comes to like storyline and all of that, would have made more sense. Like, you would have had Bron versus Bronson, and then you would have had Ivar, and then you would have had Ricochet, and then you would have had Shinsuke, and then you would have had Drew, and then, you know what I'm saying, then you can get to like Cody and Jay and all that. Like, it's such, cause I'm like, you can do solos here, but most of the people of SmackDown, the men, are in groups. I think all of them are in groups. Most of them are in groups. Because you got Adonis and Cedric, you got Theory and Waller, you got the Bloodline, you got Legado de Fantasma, you got Carrie and AOP, you got Bobby, Street Profits, and B-Fab, and you got the OC. Like, everybody's, I feel, and then you got Pete and Tyler. You got Pretty Deadly. Like, all of them are with someone except for, I think, KO. I think KO is the only person that doesn't have an allegiance with anyone on SmackDown, if I'm not mistaken. Everyone else does. So I'm like, if he does get into it with someone, they always can have help with someone. Like, versus Raw, you have more singles competitors, and I feel like Raw, like I said, is more cutthroat. I think that's due to it being on cable versus it being SmackDown friendly. And I know for sure, and I thought also the same reason for Jade was going to go to Raw, because there's more single women. Like, yeah, they match up as tag teams because they want to and have to, like with Natalya and Tegan and Indy and Candice and all of that. Like, none of them are really true tag teams except for Carter and Cadence. Like, those two, I think, are the only true tag team women on over there, if I'm not mistaken. Like, yeah, because I think Zoe aligned herself with Shayna, but they're not really like a tag team. Nia's the only one that doesn't have a tag team, and I'm waiting for her to join the Bloodline. And I said that because people are like, oh, Naomi's back, let's join the Bloodline. Y'all need to watch Total Divas. Y'all be asking stuff. Well, find a clip. She was talking about how they tried to make her heel years ago. It didn't feel right to her. She didn't want to do it or something like that. Like, Nia already gets booed. Okay? Now, like I said earlier in the video, she has Dom, a run for his money. She might end up becoming the most hated, the biggest heel in WWE. I give it 6 months to a year. You might as well shoot, put her over there on Smackdown with the Bloodline and let her um, destroy these women over there. Because 9 times out of 10, because when Carmella comes back, she's gonna be SmackDown because her man on SmackDown. So that means Alexa's probably gonna go to Raw. But put Nia over there and put her with her cousins and over there. She'd be a good faction for the women. She could go over there and terrorize the women in singles matches, and then if she does, Raw, I mean Bloodline, she do that. But like I said, because she's so strong-willed, I don't think she'll listen to Roman. So that's the only thing. Yeah, and then after that, they was talking about Pete and Tyler was talking about their matches, and then gonna say, ain't nobody taking the title from Judgment Day. So he's like, why don't you fight us with R-Truth? Talking about he ain't part of Judgment Day. He said, all right, well, you and JD then. I said, ooh, that's gonna be a good one next week. So I'm waiting to see that. Okay, with them two. Also, that shit, I know y'all use, I don't know if it's Pat McAfee's or Pretty Deli's when it goes, let's go, like part of it, I think, to bring it back. Or they might have been doing that for the audience because they have like the signs challenge and stuff like that for people that's been to live events and they don't cut it off. But either y'all need to clip out that part of the sound clip, and only play that so that when it runs out, it doesn't play the other part of it, because this is the second time it's happened. Or y'all need to get the sound engineer to cut it off as soon as it was like, let's go, and that's it. Just do that. Then it was Naomi versus Alba. I can't remember which one it is. I don't know. They don't be on TV enough. And when I was watching NXT, I didn't really care to. I didn't even know to watch them. I was confusing them two with Homegirl. I think that's still there. So when they did that and Naomi came out, I was like, who is this? When they showed the end, I said, oh, that's Naomi. So so people are saying they love the song. That's great. For me, I'm on the fence. I have to hear the whole song. But last week I was like, I want her to have a song like when she was in TNA. It goes T-R, like spelled out her name, and then had Homeboy rapping mixed with her I'm Amazing song. Like if you could find a way to fuse the two or something that makes the two come together, like or a version of that, then you got something. So I guess that's the closest thing to that. But I don't know how I feel about it. I have to listen to the whole track and the words and stuff, because with Jimmy's, the beat and stuff was good, but then I was like, I don't know what he's saying, or I don't know how to feel. Then when I sat there and heard it on Spotify, I said, okay, I like the song. Because certain stuff, the crowds and stuff be cheering so loud, sometimes you can't hear nothing. And then my heat was on. My heat decided to come on. It's loud because I'm in an old building. So I should get surround sound. But I'm at the age now where I don't want to be hearing all that noise. Sometimes I just want to chill and watch what I watch. Okay. And so she came out, loved the gear. I know Miss Sandra put it together. I want to know who designed it though. Was it like the Zay the designer, or the designer that did Bianca's gear for WrestleMania last year? I forgot the name of that designer, which is crazy because now that outfit is on 2K, and the designer's gonna be known like, well, why, if they see that, if the people see that, which is crazy. And most of these designers, the phenomenal thing about that is they're teenagers. Like just seeing, just you designing something and then tagging the person on it, and they be like, okay, they be like, just an idea for this person, and then they go and print it out or something and show it to the person that makes their gear, and it comes to life. Like that has to be so amazing. just to be an artist in that form and see your art come to life. Okay, and that's just like the pigment people that do her hair, like to see the art come to life is crazy. It's so many versions, different versions of art, and some artists are like my favorite people. My favorite artists are the creative and analytical ones like me. Like you get to express yourself creatively, it looks great, stuff like that. Logically, you're thinking, okay, how can I market this, or does this make sense? Not as far as art, because art doesn't have to make sense, but like, how can I get it to a broader audience? How can I improve my business? How I can, both sides. But then the numbers add up. Will I make a profit? All that. If you do it for money. Um, yeah, I loved her gear. Like first of all, y'all know lime green is my favorite color. Black is my second favorite color. I'm very much giving she she go vibes over here. And that's who Shotzi reminded me of in 2022 when I first started watching her. But I love the ends on her gear. And it looked like the Nickelodeon splat. So it could be both, like the end for Nickelodeon, but the end also for Naomi. And then the end was in black, and then the splat was like green, and then stuff like that. And then she was wrestling and stuff. And I was like, okay, I know that she's going to end up going to the chamber. She's been gone for 2 years. And I don't put her in my thing as favorites as far as wrestling, because I haven't seen her wrestle. I've seen her wrestle recently in TNA or Impact or whatever, but like not in WWE. I started watching the week after she left. That's when I started binge watching like sports TV and stuff. Total TV and stuff, because people told me. I didn't know, like I didn't know what she was like in the ring. So yeah, of course she won. Very great, very confident in the ring. Love that her debut ended up being today. Love that she qualified for the Elimination Chamber. She got up and was worried about her hair and asked her, like, my hair look okay? And the ref was like, yeah. I said, girl, you worry about that hair. Your boob's about to spill out, girl. Like, you could see the black bra. Like, that's what I would be worried about. Dag all that hair. Like, I get it. Like, we hair girls, okay? You got to make sure it's right. Especially us being black. Like, first thing we going to say, if we don't criticize, if other people, if anything, other black women going to say something like, girl, you look good with your hair. But it was like, fix the shirt. I love the fact that after her, and before her matches, she just break out and dance. Like, I love that. But I can't wait to see her in Elimination Chamber. That's gonna be interesting. I just want to see who the last one is gonna be. Cause who is it now? It's Becky, Naomi, Bianca, Tiffany, Liv. So the sixth woman is, we don't even know. I don't think. Or I think it's whoever's the losers, they all do a one big match, and whoever wins that qualifies or something like that. I can't remember. But I'm happy for her. So, Zac Efron and John Cena's in a movie. Ricky Stanky. Oh, but yeah. So I can't wait. And then The Rock. What was that before The Rock came out? Or was it another match? No. So then Roman and them come out. So then Roman, changes. I said one thing about WWE, they're going to get Roman to come to Wisconsin and Utah. Okay, he done been there each one at least 3 times in the past year. I was like, he might do a East Coast city. I was like, but that's very rare. And he'll do a couple house shows. That's it. Then when The Rock came out, I said, not him wearing a Versace vest. That's the first thing I noticed. Because I was like, how much money? Not unless he got one of his old ones, like, excuse me, like redesigned, and they just cut off the sleeves or something like that. But I was like, this how you know you got money. You know you got money when you can get stuff off the runway or go into talk to the designer and get stuff, and they custom make it for you. You know how much that costs? That's why I was like, that's why I said before, I know Bobby spent a grip on his suits, because all that arm muscle he got in them shoulders, it's no way he could fit into them jackets, bruh. It's no way. But when he got it, I said, not the vest. Then someone was like, it's Rocky Maivia. Like, all they needed to see was the vest, and they knew what time it was. I said, his heel turn, which he hasn't had since the mid-90s, is given Hollywood corporate exec heel. You know, like how Tiffany is daddy sport rich girl. That's what he's giving, because he's not only like doing stuff on his bloodline. It's like, oh, I'm on the board if you wanted to go there. But the fact that y'all love Rock so much doing his heel turn, y'all don't even know if y'all want to hate him or like him. Y'all Cody when Roman came out, and when Rock come out, y'all still loving it. I still love his music though. The smoothest song ever. I'm a guitar girl, which I didn't know. Guitar and drums, foundation of my family. Everyone plays guitar and drums, except for my great aunt. She played keyboard. But everybody plays guitar, drums in my family. So, and sing. So, like, the bass guitar and the electric guitar on his track just speaks to me. And it's even before the electric physics. It's just the bass. And that's one of the reasons why Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus used to be my song, because that bass guitar was getting it. Also, the bass cello and the drums in Erykah Badu's On and On. Boom, 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 like that. Man, it's so simple, but it goes so hard. Those three, like, go so hard. So someone was like, as soon as I saw, that's all I need to know, he was going on his heel era. And then he said something about y'all 11 wives or 50 wives, and y'all having 600. He said inbred. I don't care remember if he said children or grandchildren. I said, ooh. Well, for me, it's so I was like, I said, it's funny. I started laughing because I was like, the crowd went from booing him, then the boos got quiet. And I was like, and the rest of the crowd was just silent. I was like, I don't know if they were sitting there like they don't know what to say, or because they feel like it's true, or what. And then when he was like, finally, and I was like, and they still gonna quote him. Like, that's the funny part. But speaking of before that, I saw a thing like when Roman came out talking, we gonna fix all this stuff that Jade did. So my thing is, what you mean? You mean y'all gonna bombard y'all way to Raw before WrestleMania? Like, what does that mean? And then when he hugged Jimmy, I was like, don't trust that, dog. Do not trust that. Don't trust that at all, okay? Okay? Now, see, when he looked at him and confused when he hugged him, I said, I'd be confused too. Like, I'd be like, okay, happy. I just keep my head on the swivel because you're not about to get me, okay? And then speaking of press conferences, so the press conference last week, I think CM Punk was like, we had these people come for the press conference, Rock and all them. He was like, my thing is, where was Bayley at? And then I didn't even realize it because I was so deep into the press conference. I said, she sure wasn't there, and she won the WrestleMania. I don't know if she wasn't on there because she already knew who she was fighting, and there was such an uproar as to the whole Cody thing, and they didn't know who he was going to pick or what was happening. So they invited him, not her. But one thing I like about CM Punk, you can say a lot of stuff about him, but he gonna stand up for the women in wrestling. Okay, he was there when Trinity had debuted at TNA. I watched the thing him behind the Royal Rumble, and he hugged up on Jada. Like, he went to go see Cora Jade, who when she first met him was crying because she got injured. Like, he's going to stand up for the women in wrestling, and I appreciate that, because a lot of men would say that, or say that they would want to do that, but they're scared to, because they don't want to ruffle no feathers. And if they say something, they feel like their opportunity is going to get taken away. One, that's how you know when someone is down for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, stand up for what's right regardless. If you know it's not right, stand up for it regardless. That's how you know. Because so then when they announced the conference, I think this Thursday, I don't think she was on it. So I was like, when he said that and they should announce that, I said, what is going, like, why isn't she on there? Is it because she has Thursdays off and she doesn't want to come? They not invite her because of the whole EO. They want to do her and EO's build up on Smackdown. And what is that? And then who was it? Her and Dakota met her in the back, and she was like, I'm focused on me. She said, I don't know who to trust. I said, okay. I said, because you might tell me something, and y'all might be plotting this the whole time. She said, it's been going on for weeks. That's why I was like, okay, Bayley, because now you want to act scared like they're going to come for you. Where was you at 3 weeks ago when they were saying stuff, and then you asked what happened, and Dakota looked like, no, they didn't mean anything, so you knew what was being said. That's why when she came out, I was like, don't trust that. I don't care if she take I don't care if she takes a chair to their backs. That could be a plan and be a setup. Like, don't do that. Okay? And then someone was like, they're doing their rankings for WWE 2K on SmackDown. I thought that was stupid too. Like, why? Okay, so for the past, I watched 23 and 22 ranking, I think, through Up, Up, Down, Down. And if not, you can watch it on Peacock under the WWE Network. I forgot Homeboy's show. But I'm surprised they don't have it on there. And is I like seeing when they reveal to the people what's their ranking and how do they feel about it and stuff like that. My thing is, only reason why I think they didn't do that is to get more people to be like, oh, this is their ranking, whatever. But also, I feel like Woods might be taking his channel back some, because of some of the stuff that he's posted that doesn't have to do with WWE. Like, yes, he plays other games like Tekken and stuff involved with the people of WWE, but some of the stuff doesn't. So if he is, I'm happy for him. You know what I'm saying? Gives him more free range. And that's also another thing I like about Triple H taking over, is because before, like, Jade and them was like, I can't text, or I can't. One of y'all, like, she put up a post or something about Kit Kat. She was like, I can't tag Kingsland in here. She was like, one of y'all tag him. But now I feel like with like X and stuff like that, with him taking control, and everybody knows, you know, certain wrestlers switch from industries back and forth. You can't tell me I could chalk to, like, say, okay, Mary, for example, somebody named Mary was here wrestling with me and I'm in WWE, and then she get cut and she go and wrestle for NJPW or GWC or MLW or ASE or TNA or AEW. You trying to tell me we built a friendship here? Now she's somewhere else. I can't talk to her. Like, get out of here. Like, how realistic is that? Like, that's crazy. So I'm glad that's not being enforced no more, because that was stupid. Like, I don't even understand that. But I didn't really want, regardless if Up Up Down Down was doing it or not. I don't want that, because I don't want that to spoil the surprise. Like, part of that playing, when you see all these people like playing 2K24, especially my son, he gets excited or disappointed based on the rankings. He be like, they got a such and such ranking and such a, like, him and his friends be talking about it. Now you displaying it on TV. that takes the fun out of it for them. Like, let it be a surprise. Some stuff you don't have to reveal for everything. Like, let it be a surprise. It takes away from the excitement. That's one of the reasons why I don't even check my WWE emails no more. Because I don't want to know who's wrestling. Even if you tell me next week, like they said next week, LA Knight and I think Drew is wrestling, I'm going to forget by then because I be having so much going on. I don't want to be reminded. Like, let me figure it out. Okay? Like, it'd be too much. I'm just saying. Anyways, what time is it? Because I'm tired. It's 11:11. Let me make a wish. I'm about to go. I want some dark chocolate, or I want a ice cream bar, to be honest with you. But I don't eat past at the latest I try not to eat past 9. But yeah, I don't eat past like 8 because I'm asleep by 11. They say not to eat 3 hours before you go to bed. And then I never know what could cause me to have acid reflux, stuff like that. Thankfully, I know my triggers and I don't eat certain stuff at night or eat certain stuff at all. Or I eat them seldom. One of the things I ain't letting go of though is hot sauce. But I don't eat that much like red sauce. One point in time my acid reflux so bad I couldn't eat ketchup and lay down at night. Like if I wanted a burger, I'd be like, dang, I actually love orange juice. And you know, growing up in the hood on certain families, your on-the-go breakfast was Pop-Tart or oatmeal cake and some orange juice. I couldn't even drink orange juice no more. I was pissed. And I wasn't even an apple juice fan. I didn't start liking apple juice again until 10 years ago when I was pregnant. And that's because I couldn't do the orange juice. But yeah. Anyways, I should talk about Raw. I need to watch NXT. And I said that the other day. But Raw was a good show. It was a great show. And I feel like down the line it might be Becky, Nia, and Rhea in a triple threat match. After Rumble, after WrestleMania, triple threat. Because the way that Nia came out to Becky and then Rhea came out, I don't know how many refs came out and tried to stop. And then she hit, and then Rhea looked at Becky like, you gonna attack me too? And then Becky ended up kicking her. Like, Monday was crazy. Monday's my favorite day so far. And then I cried laughing every time Jade come out, because my son does it as soon as he hits. As soon as Jade come out, Cole talk about some, there you go, Pat. Going in, he's talking about, ain't no other way. And then he get up there and start doing the way. I was crying laughing. And I love a new day, because it don't matter who music it is, they gonna dance to it. Especially Woods. Woods danced the Kurt Angle, of course, all of them last year during Black History Month. Around this time, I was like, I think, but he was dancing to and then they was doing, you know, the wave, and he held up the sign and said New Day rocks and yeet, and then that's about, it's so much yeet in here. I was like, what is happening? I live for it though. I live for it. Cole and Pat gotta be the best thing on TV. And that's another thing, like the commentary, because we hear it at home, is the best on Monday compared to Friday. Like the chemistry with them two are great. The chemistry with Cole and Corey too are great, but Pat is a little bit, you gotta have a little bit of silliness, a little bit of fooling you, and Pat does that. Like, I love it. So, and that with the matches, Friday is good because of what leads up to WrestleMania. But Monday has changed into my favorite day. So now I have to wait till Tuesday to watch it on Hulu. I cannot wait. And I can't wait till it starts on Netflix. I can't wait for NXT to be on CW, because I'm going to be watching that live come October. What's October? Crown Jewel, right? Is that, what was it last year? Fastlane? This year? I don't know, but I'm living for it, okay? I'm going on a ride. My son has left. I did this to My son just be like, he be frustrated or happy, and I be over here like zoned out. On Fridays, it's what it is at 7:30. If you don't get picked up by 7:30, but yeah, I'm probably gonna get some snack because I'm hungry. I don't want to eat too heavy. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great night. Enjoy your weekend. If you're up north, bundle up because I heard DC up is getting snow. So my family up there, well, y'all get snow around this time every year. Because I lived in Maryland 8 years ago. No. Yeah, it's 2024. Dang, that's old. 8 years ago, I was there and we got snowed in for like 4 days. I got the videos. And then here where I'm at, need coats because it was 60s, going to be the 30s. I don't know what's going on with Florida down there where my mom and them at. But everybody just stay safe. Dress for the weather. Okay? Kids, y'all dress for the weather. So y'all be out of control with this weather. And I used to be one of them kids. But don't come out, it's 30 degrees, no jacket, and then when it's 80, have a jacket on. Like my grandma say, she be like, y'all gonna have pneumonia in your ass. Y'all keep coming out with no coat on. I don't know. I ain't never knew what that meant. Anyways, love you all. Bye.